Story time on how I went straight from my ex to his best friend. That Josh kid made a TikTok about how I'm messy and I get y'all's attention. So we're gonna see if y'all stay the whole time. Okay, so this was like at the end of our relationship and I was trying to break up with him. Or I had tried to a couple times before. But like something would happen and I always stay. And I'm not gonna go into detail on like why I couldn't get out, because that's like disrespectful to him, but just know I had a valid reason. And so then finally I was like, no, like I'm trying to get out of this. And so his homeboy or his best friend, like we got on call and we stayed on call like really late or whatever. And so then we like started texting, and this was the day I like again tried to cut it off with my ex, or like break up with him. But then that day me and my ex were on call like talking about the whole breakup, because I wasn't about to just break up with him and like just end it like that. Like I used 8 months of his time, like he deserves a conversation. But then he asked me to screen record, and I knew this would happen, so I had like deleted me and his best friend's messages, but like not really deleted it. Like they were still in the recently deleted. And also, okay, I want to preface that this is so mean because he follows my TikTok, or we're mutuals obviously, and I literally love this kid. Like I love his best friend so much. He's been my homeboy for so long, and he's helped me out with me and my ex's relationship and stuff, and genuinely no shade against him. Like I'm not saying this to be mean to him. I think he's like, he looks good, he has a good personality, all this stuff. It's just because he was my homeboy for so long, I couldn't actually like him. Like I'm not trying to talk bad about him, but I'm just saying I didn't for real like him. I was just trying to get my ex off my back. When you see this, I'm not talking bad about you. Anywho, so I screen record, and then he's like, go to your recently deleted messages, and then he sees everything, and like obviously he was like very upset. But the thing is, the next day he still like wanted to keep dating, and so I kept talking to his best friend. But then like a week later I kind of regretted breaking up with him, because you know this is the person that I've been with for the last 8 months. Like I'm not just gonna be able to get over him like easily, because the first week I was, but then I like thought back and I was like, wait, do I really want to break up with him? So I was like upset or whatever. I tried to like kind of go back to him, and I'm telling you, I was like it was bad. It was like for a 2-day span or something, and I for real wanted him back bad. But like I think it was, looking back, I'm not even trying to lie, looking back I think it was just because I had just broken up with a guy that I had been with for 8 months, and so obviously it's not gonna be easy even if I was one who wanted it broken up with. But now looking back, trust me, I'm glad, especially right before summer. I'm so glad I'm not trying to talk bad about him. Like, I think he's a great guy. Like, we're good now. I literally texted him about his PSAT score, or his AP score, like, the other day. I'm just saying, I like my summer. I like my free summer. And I'm not saying I'm a hoe. It's just, like, I like being able to go to parties and go out with my friends without having to text him and send him videos of where I am and stay in the car if there's guys there. Like, I just like my freedom. And so I'm very happy where I am now. But a week after I did beg for it back. But yeah, that's the story time on how I went straight from my ex to his best friend. But then, like, we, like, stopped talking after a week. But me and his best friend are still cool. Like, I love his best friend, low-key. He's such a, I don't know. He's such a funny, like, he's always gonna be cool people. You know what I mean? Okay, Josh, did you say the Josh that made the video? Not the other Josh. The Josh that made the video. If you're still here, comment something. But yeah, that's the story time. Bye.
Things my best friend did and I still stayed, but it progressively gets worse. Starting off basic, me and my best friend were having a sleepover, and when I showed up, she was with another girl that I've never met in my entire life. And she apparently forgot to tell me that she was coming. Then she didn't say one word to me that whole night. Another time she was sleeping over at my house and she made me leave my own bedroom for 3 hours while she called her boyfriend. So last time I checked, you were staying at my house. Here's where it starts to get crazy. So I gave her the login to my Snapchat account because I was going to sleepaway camp for a week. So I was just having her do my streaks because we weren't allowed to have our phones at this camp. But then when I got back, I found out that she went through everything. And when I say everything, trust me, I mean everything. I'm talking about snaps, texts, memories, my eyes only. Then she told lies about me to my other friends to get them to like her. I personally think that this is by far the craziest thing she's done. But while she was at my house, she took photos of my homework and then copied it down and told our teacher that I copied it off of her, which I'm sure you can assume got me in tons of trouble. And then to end it off strong, whenever we would go shopping together, she would always make me pay for her. There's so many more things that she's done to me, so let me know if you guys want a part 2.
My dad cheated on my mom, and let's get into the story time. So he actually cheated on my mom when I was way younger, when I was like 5 years old, I think, and I found out that time too. I found out that he was cheating on her that time. This time, I found out he was cheating on her. But it was me both times. He told me that him and Valerie started this June. Valerie is the girl that my dad is having an affair with. She has 2 girls, 2 daughters, and a husband who's a foot doctor. Yeah. Why would you cheat on a foot doctor? That guy gets bank. So he told us that he was going on a like 3-day trip to go see his brother because they all wanted to meet up for like this whole thing. So he was going to Middletown. Mind you, we live in upstate. Valerie lives in Long Island. In the middle is about Middletown, PA. So he said that they were going there because it was halfway to where he was, which was wrong. He was not going to see his brother, my uncle. He was going to see Valerie to get it on. We were a little suspicious when he came home, but we didn't think of anything until I was with my brother, who came here because he has his own house, but he came here to visit. And we heard him on the phone with Valerie late at night, like after 10 p.m. My mom goes to bed at 7. It was around like after 10 p.m. calling her in the hallway. My door's wide open at this point, by the way. So I heard that and I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely a girl. Like, why would you be calling a girl after 10 p.m.? So my mom decides to look through his phone and she gets screenshots, photos, all that stuff of him saying some pretty weird stuff to her, to Valerie, and being all like, oh, I love you, blah, blah, blah. So this was about a month ago. He decided to go on a trip a few days ago to go see her again. So what we did was we slipped a 10-day eviction notice into his bag and into the bag that he bought for lingerie for her, Valerie, to go see her and put it on. And we were like, bro, what? So we slipped it into there and into his bag because we made copies, obviously. And he didn't see it. So my mom had breast cancer and her breast started leaking some weird fluids on the side that had to be taken out. So she went to the doctor and he was like, oh, call me after the doctor and like let me know what's going on. Mind you, at this point we already knew. So she called him and decided to say, oh, everything's good with my boob, but I know what you're doing. I know that you're with Val. And he was like, oh, who's Val? Like, I don't. And we're like, and she was like, oh, you know what I'm talking about. There's eviction papers in your bag. And he was like, oh, am I going to be able to get my stuff? Am I going to be able to go and like get my stuff? And my mom was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, thank God, blah, blah, blah. So like, he doesn't really care at this point that we know, which I'm surprised about because I thought he would be very, like aggressive. Because he is a pretty aggressive guy when it comes to getting mad. But, he was pretty chill with it. Like all this time. Even we called him a few days ago, like a day or two ago. And he was like totally calm, which was really weird. But hey, it's good. At least he's not aggressive. Coming back, or he came back today, but he hasn't got his stuff. I think he's getting his stuff tomorrow. But yeah, so that's what's going on. And this is the second time. And he called me. This is how the conversation went. I'm gonna like, here's gonna be where my dad is sitting as if I was him. And then here's where I'm gonna be sitting on the phone. Oh, hey dad. Hey sweetie. And then he starts crying. I'm so sorry for everything. Like, I hope that I'm still a good father to you and whatever. I hope we can still have a good relationship, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know your mother, she's gonna ruin my life. She's gonna shut down everything at the shop and I'm not gonna be able to have anywhere to go. No, Dad, she wants us to have a good relationship and I want a good relationship too. Everything is fine. I know that it's kind of rough, but I want you to know that I was the one who found out about this and everything. Oh yeah, you found out. Yeah, I wanted to tell you at the start. I wanted to tell you ever since I started doing it in June, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, she's not gonna shut down anything. She just wants to try to get child support and stuff and, you know, like, have a good relationship with us, so she just wants to be civil. Oh, but you don't know your mother, blah, blah, blah. Like, you don't know her. You don't know what she's gonna do. She's crazy. Like, I don't want you to choose any sides or anything, but you don't know her. So that's kind of how the conversation went, and anytime I bring her up, he just kind of shut me down and tried to, like, leave the call. Okay, guys, bye.